The owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.
So I saw this clip off the Louisiana governor's YouTube channel. It's called Governor Edwards and FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell on Hurricane Preparedness. Now, when I play the clip for you, you'll see why it caught my attention. They talk about vaccines having to do with hurricane preparedness when obviously there's no correlation to be made between the two. But it made me think about Hurricane Katrina, because I think when they're trying to achieve their, Agenda 2030, Agenda 21, depopulation by 2025, all that stuff, all those goals, basically they're going to use a confluence of factors to achieve that, and it's all going to appear unrelated. But one of the main things they're going to use and currently are using is weather warfare. And I've covered the weather as a force multiplier, owning the weather by 2025, put out by the Air Force as a research paper in 1996. And we know that they've used weather weapons before and currently are using them. The Ho Chi Minh Trail, Operation Popeye is a great example of that. But I think they're going to use things like Hurricane Katrina, which I believe was a beta test, where they could create hurricanes and then use that as a pretext to round you up, bring you into these, FEMA centers or whatever you want to call it, and forcefully vaccinate you, but also forcefully disarming you before you even get on the bus to go. And I definitely see them doing stuff like that, and it's probably going to increase exponentially as we go further along. And mandatory vaccination will probably come as early as maybe even September, right? Because as soon as full FDA approval goes through, we know that they're going to push mandatory vaccinations. I actually just saw that off of the Army Times. They were preparing for mandatory COVID vaccines in September, basically anticipating full FDA approval. Now, let me show you this clip real quick, and you'll see just why it's creepy and ominous what they have to say, because obviously vaccination has nothing to do with hurricane preparedness. You are a logical person, hopefully, and realize that.
Hurricane season is here and the time to prepare is now. In Louisiana, we know what hurricanes can do to our communities and the importance of having an emergency plan and taking the steps to ready yourselves, your family, and your community.
You can take simple steps to prepare for hurricanes, including getting a COVID-19 vaccine and building a ready kit with items and documents you need in case you need to evacuate.
What is having a COVID-19 vaccination? It's not a vaccination, by the way, but you also know that. What does that have to do with hurricane preparedness? Please tell me. Give me one logical reason, please.
The best way to keep your family, your pets, and your neighbors safe is to have a plan. Visit ready.gov to begin planning today.
Let me play that again.
Simple steps to prepare for hurricanes, including getting a COVID-19 vaccine and building a ready kit with items and documents you need in case you need to evacuate.
In case you need to evacuate to a FEMA camp, I'd imagine, right? So, don't get on that bus if you see a blue helmet, aim center mass, and do not cooperate with any federal authorities. Pretty much. They come to your house and try to snatch you up in the name of safety, relocate you, whatever. Don't go with them, because if you go on that bus, that's probably the last thing you're ever going to do.